We won. We finally won. This is the second match of the series that we won. Who are we? Obviously, the Indian women's cricket team has won their T20I match against England by 8 runs. But you know what is important about this win? It's the way India returned back. And one thing this team has shown, the way this team, returns from when they have their backs to the wall, and they have done it, if you count this match, then it's thrice. First time in the test match, nobody thought that India could have, drawn the test match, but Sneha Rana, Shikha Pandey, Tanya Bhatia made it possible. I think everyone had written India off. Everyone thought, yes, it's an easy victory for England team last day. And India drew that match. Again, 2-0 down in the ODI series, last match, and India won that. And it was a comeback, because at one point of time in the third ODI also, you felt that this match is out of India's grasp. And I have to repeat the names. Sneha Rana played a very, very significant match along with Mithali Raj. And the third instance is today. In England were chasing the total down comfortably. Beaumont and Heather Knight were stitched a wonderful partnership. They were playing most of the balls, most of the balls they were square cutting. The run chase was completely under their control. And boom, India comes back, wins the match by 8 runs. Now we will look at the match, because there are some good points and there are still some points where I feel India needs to work. So we'll start with the first innings. But before I start, you guys, I'm sure, want to watch such videos. But you know what? For making such videos, we also need some encouragement. So please subscribe to our channel. It's free of cost. Just subscribe. Then press the bell button so that you keep getting notifications every time Orgo or I post videos. And I think you guys have seen it, that we cover football, cricket, tennis, and don't forget, we will cheer for India when it comes to Olympics. Now getting back to this second T20I. So India started off very well. Shafali Verma, aggressive as always. She hit Katherine Brunt for 5 overs. And you could see the frustration in Brunt's, attitude. Remember when she couldn't run someone out, she actually punched the ground? That is the kind of frustration a player like Shafali Verma causes in the opponents. Though Smriti Mandhana looked a little... how do I put it? She looked a little like someone who's taking a bit of time. And that's perfectly fine, because when you have Shafali Verma at the other end, you don't need to go bonkers. In 8.5 overs, that's when the first wicket fell, and we were already 70 runs. From there to 148, including Harmanpreet's cameo of 31, that was a very, very low score. 2-3 quick points. First of all, there was a certain ball in which Shafali Verma hit straight back, and if I'm not wrong, the bowler was Nat Siver, and it was a catch which Nat Siver, missed. Not an easy one in the follow through. It was hit straight at her. She missed it, and the ball was directly going towards the non-striker stumps. Smriti Mandhana at the non-striker its end was carefully looking at the ball. She was following the ball, but she made absolutely no efforts of returning back to her crease. By chance, if that ball had hit the stump, then Smriti Mandhana would have been out. So I think, Mandhana needs to be a little more careful about all this. It can look very sluggish and very ugly if that happened. Thankfully, it didn't happen. Another problem which has been persisting, India is losing at least 2 wickets, and both the set batters, again, Shafali goes out, and the moment Shafali is getting out, Mandhana suddenly feels, because Mandhana is not, probably going bonkers when Shafali is going bonkers, so Mandhana feels it's completely, she has to go bonkers the moment Shafali goes out. But no, you can take a few balls, you can choose your balls, because what happens is when Shafali goes out and when Shafali gets out and Mandana also gets out, you are suddenly two set batters down, two wickets down, and the team has to go into the consolidation mode. Thankfully, Harmanpreet Kaur was in no mood to consolidate, but now I know I might seem like a bit of a critic, but here is what I thought about Harmanpreet's innings. Yes, it was an useful innings, but my only problem with the innings was the fact that Harmanpreet Kaur was trying to hit every single ball for boundary or sixes. That's not intent. If you tell me that's intent, no, that is not intent. You choose balls and you hit. There is no problem in getting out while trying to hit, but there is a problem if you're not very careful, because 148 today the bowlers made a comeback, the fielders were excellent, but will not happen every day, especially with sides like England, Australia, New Zealand, even West Indies for that matter. And that is why, or South Africa, and that is why Indian batters need to be careful. Careful doesn't mean that they have to play slow or the strike rate needs to be low. Careful means you have to choose your balls. Much like, in life, you choose your fights. Okay, let's not get philosophical. Deepti Sharma, yes, she batted out, but somehow she didn't find gaps. And one would wonder what happened to Harleen Deol. There is this persistent problem with the Indian team. Tanya Bhatia is the perfect example. Tanya Bhatia was a good batter. And then in the Indian team, she played from 1 to 11, all positions, she forgot batting. In the same way, Harleen Deol came at number 3. Today, completely understandable because India got such a good start. You have sent Harmanpreet, but Harleen didn't even come out to bat. Now that's another story altogether. So what's her role in the team exactly? Now, batting, okay, we ended at 148 thanks to a fantastically placed and well played boundary from none other than Sneha Rana. Of course, Sneha Rana is the find of the tournament, no confusions at all. Now, next it's obviously the second inning started, and the moment England looked pretty settled, probably because of the fact that Indians were bowling pretty short. The Pacers, they bowled 5 overs for 52 odd runs, which obviously gave away any momentum that any fielding side could have. But the best part was Deepti Sharma's over. She got Tammy Beaumont and a bizarre Heather Knight run out. Now, why am I talking about Heather Knight run out is because, let's have no confusion, it was not deliberate. Had Deepti deliberately stopped Heather Knight from getting back, then it would have been not out. But in this case, obviously, Deepti didn't push the ball to the stumps. It hit the back of her boot and went on to the stumps. So it was clearly out, though Heather Knight was definitely not amused. I'm sure no batter would be amused. Anyway, batters hate getting out, right? And then, now here again I will point out a small negativity. You have got 2 set batters out. So now you have 2 batters on 0. Why are you giving the ball to Harleen Deol? I understand you are trying to compensate for the Pacers overs maybe, but then you should probably somewhere not give that away, not give that advantage away, because in that over 10 runs were scored. Thankfully, Harleen Deol bowled well in the last 3 balls of her that particular over. Otherwise, if that over had cost 15, 16 or 20 runs, India would have been in deep trouble. But credit where due. Fantastic bowling and fantastic captaincy when it comes to Poonam Yadav's bowling. It was a plan. It was a plan that, we will keep from square leg to fine leg completely open so that they move to the offside and try to use the gap. That is exactly what happened, and Amy Jones was held out, because do not forget, Poonam Yadav is very, very slow and getting the timing right in her ball is very difficult, and that is why the field placing was fantastic. The captaincy on that occasion was fantastic, and you can't take anything away from Poonam Yadav because she is a fantastic, more than fantastic. She is an accurate bowler. If you tell her you have to bowl here, this is the place where you will bowl, she will continuously bowl there, and that is exactly what she showed. Once Amy Jones was gone, then Katherine Brunt had all the had to score runs. She was done away with, and Sneha Rana bowled the final over really well. She didn't get carried away. She wasn't complacent that, oh, there are 14-16 runs to score, so it's okay, I can bowl, and that is where India sealed this game. But talking about this game, or especially the T20I series, will never be complete if we do not mention India's fielding. Fantastic fielding. From Richa Ghosh to Smriti Mandana to Deepti Sharma to Sneha Rana to Shafali Verma, all of them are giving their heart and soul in the fielding, and that can be seen in the important runouts. Because remember, Sophia Dunkley, we were finding it very difficult to get Sophia Dunkley out. She was continuously hurting India by scoring runs. Today, it was a seconds delay, but remember, the throw from Smriti Mandana was fantastic. Deepti Sharma literally had nothing to do. She had to just collect and dislodge the bails, and that is what she did, and Sophia Dunkley was gone. Important wickets, important catches, important fielding, important all the run saves, because every run save, remember, is adding that much pressure to the batters. India has won 2 matches in this series, and this multi-format tournament is still very much alive because it's 8-6 now. And if India wins the third T20I, then it becomes 8-all. Though India will then only win the T20I series, but they will also draw the multi-format series. It will be a huge comeback, considering that after the drawn test, they lost the first 2 ODIs, and then to come back and draw the multi-format series will be fantastic. For now, what do you guys need to do? Well, nothing much, just like our videos, share our videos, subscribe to our channel, and keep following us. We will bring in more interesting contents, debates, some interesting guests, and some very interesting shows. So join us, keep having fun with us, keep having discussions with us. Tell us what you are feeling about India's comeback, India's fielding, and anything and everything else that you want to chat about. Remember, there is a Euro Cup final coming in a few hours' time. As of now, enjoy this video, relax at home, and please maintain all the COVID protocols, because the fight with Corona is still on. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.